channel. So today is Tuesday, so y'all already know what that means. It's Talks with Temaryia, period. So first of all, let's just acknowledge me in my natural element. I know my head big and my forehead big, but I look cute. I took the braids out and dyed my hair, so I just got this little bun in my head because my hair flat iron. So like my ponytail don't look right. I usually wear like a poofy ponytail, but when it be flat iron, it be looking right. So I just put in a little bun. But yeah, so natural hair me, natural head me, period. Alright, so enough of that. Today's video, guys, is gonna be for all of my black fellow sisters who's going into the medical field. This video is for y'all because yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about how it is being black in the medical field. How it is being black in the medical field. You know, it's an experience. It definitely is an experience. And I just want to talk about it because I know everybody, you know, want to get into the medical field and get into nursing to like, you know, some people do it because I know, you know, African American women really got the highest mortality rate, you know what I'm saying, when giving birth, and people just want to make sure our people is heard in the hospital, and I'm all for that. But, well, it's not a but. I just want to let y'all know what to expect, which I feel like we deal with it on an everyday basis, but yeah, so let's get into it. So for number one, for being in the medical field, I feel like, number one, you gotta be on your P's and Q's all the time, and you always have to be like, basically like standing attention, because you compare to, you know, a Caucasian lady, a Caucasian nurse, or whatever kind of field y'all going into, they're gonna always come behind you first, if that makes sense. So like, you just gotta be on your P's and Q's. You gotta make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's, which you should be doing anyway, just in your profession, to just make sure everything is covered and your butt is covered and your patients are covered and your care is the best. But like, it's just to it, like the things you have to worry about, people of other races, I'm not gonna say people of other races, but people don't have to worry about as much. So like, you just gotta make sure everything is in order, top of the line, you know what I'm saying, on point. On point, like you don't have any room for a mistake is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, a Caucasian nurse, and I guess it goes on a kind of like a like on a basis, like it depends on what's going on, but you just have to be more vigilant in what you're doing and how you moving, how you charting, what you saying, what you passing on to, what you saying to the next nurse, yada yada yada. You got to be more vigilant in what you do, because they'll be quick to come behind you, and nursing is cutthroat, and it's not even just about races, because somebody will be quick to throw you up under the bus. So you just always gotta make sure you dot your I's, you know, dot your I's and cross your T's. Like I had an experience one time where, you know, one of my residents developed a pressure wound, you know, pressure wound, and I noticed it starting. Like I noticed the excoriation, I noticed it starting. So I put him on the board, the 24-hour monitoring board, and I also charted it, you know, woo, toxic pressure ulcer stage 1, blah blah blah. Made sure I charted it, put him on the board, everything. And I definitely made sure I told the next nurse so she can, you know, follow up on it and monitor it, whatever. And I don't know what was going on. He had some other stuff going on internally, and somehow those wounds turned them to like some deep tunneling wounds. Like they came together because they was on like different spots. They came together and made like a big old wound. He had to go to the hospital, yada yada yada. Like it just turned to a big thing. And so I don't be at work like that. Even when I was working before I went PRN for school, I still wasn't at work like that. I was a 0.6, so I was at work 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And I come back one day, you know what I'm saying, and they like, oh, did you know that so-and-so, like they trying to investigate, where did the wound come from, why didn't nobody catch it, why didn't nobody chart it, etc., etc. Somebody didn't know about it, nobody knew about it, etc., etc. So they trying to do a whole investigation. Like, I mean, it went up to like the CEO in it and the, you know, director of nursing, which is understandable. So I come to work one day and I kind of hear the commotion because they at my nursing station, and you know, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I charted that. I'm like, I definitely noticed that. This is definitely charted. I was so confused because I'm like, how did y'all miss it? And I made sure to tell the other person, the next person coming on shift. So I showed him like, this day, the last day I worked, this is charted. I made sure to chart it. I said, and I put him on the 24-hour board. Somehow, after I passed it on to the next nurse, which was PMs, somehow after that, it got lost. Because I put him on the board for more than one thing. I put him on the board for 2 things. But the pressure ulcer being one of the main things. And somehow, the pressure ulcer just disappeared off the board. Like, that wasn't even on the board no more. You know what I'm saying? Because when I went in to kind of look at the past charting, I see my charting. Then I see the lady who I passed it to. She charted on it. And then after that, nobody just charted on it. They only charted on the other thing I put them on the board for, not the ulcer. So I'm just kind of confused on why did we just stop charting on this ulcer. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, it's big, it's necrotic, etc., and nobody knew what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, you just got to be on your P's and Q's, because they'll be quick to come behind you. They'll be quick to be like, oh, yeah. And let me see what I'm about to say. Do they got to go with what I'm about to say? No, so I'm going to speak on it. Also, just always make sure you got your stuff in order. Like, I cannot stress that enough. That's the main thing, because it's not even about race at this point. Other people in the medical field will be so quick to throw you up under the bus. Like, I remember one time I had another thing. Something happened. I don't know. I told the lady, the next nurse coming on board, I told her about the situation that's happening. I come back the next day to find out, oh, no one told me. I didn't even know. But it was kind of he say, she say, so I didn't really think too much of it, but I know I told her. I told her, so she's supposed to tell the 3rd shift nurse. So when I came the next day, the 3rd shift nurse told me that she told her that she didn't know. It's a lot of he say, she say, but it's like, girl, just say you forgot to do it. Don't say that I didn't tell you. Don't do that. So you just gotta always make sure you're on top of your stuff. Always make sure you charting everything that you do, everything that you say. Chart it, put in that computer, because they'll be quick to be like, nope, go back this day at this time, 1st shift, thank you. Yeah. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be like, it's very few black nurses in the medical field, and y'all probably know that already, but I feel like it's also like it's like regional kind of, because you'll go down south and it'll be a whole bunch of black nurses, but up here, I'm up north, it's not a whole bunch of black nurses. Like, I done been in, okay, so just take long-term care, because I've been in long-term care since I was CBRF CNA. You know what I'm saying? I'm in long-term care, and I've rarely seen any black nurses, just period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Period. In my facility where I'm at now, we got 3 black nurses, not including myself, so I would make 4. Just nurses, like floor nurses. And 1 black nurse manager. And that's it. That's all. And so just be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you work, I guess. But just be prepared for that, because you won't have a lot of people to, like, you know, because we as black people, and I am specifically guiding this video towards black people. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if people watching this and might feel excluded. This is very specific to us, to this. So sorry about that, but I'm not. It's going to be really hard, not really hard, but it's going to be not a lot of people you can relate to in the medical field. You know what I'm saying? Even with the 3-4 black nurses, you know, 3 black nurses in my unit, the only one I really talk to is the nurse manager, and that's because she's my nurse manager. But also we kind of developed kind of like a relationship, a rapport too. But you know what I'm saying? Be prepared for that. You're not going to have a lot of people that you can connect with, I would say, because everybody know we connect on a different level, and that's just in our blood, that's in our veins. Like, come on now, we already know that. So it's it's not gonna be a lot of people you can kind of just be like connecting to, and then code switching. Oh my God, you're gonna find yourself code switching for the rest of your life. Like if you decide to go into the medical field, you're gonna be code switching. It's just gonna be in there. Like when you talk to the family, you go be code switching, because everybody is majority predominantly white, and you know what I'm saying, they see you, it's just already there. So you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, he was cool, he alright, when they ask how their dad did in therapy today. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like code switching is something that we grew up watching our mama code switch, when she be like, hi, I'm calling. Like, mama, you don't even sound like that for real. Stop playing. Stop playing. So you definitely gonna be finding yourself code switching a lot. That's just gonna become a normal. Like, it's just gonna happen, you know, subconsciously, where you just be like, there's been times where I'll be talking to, you know, somebody, talking to them, chopping it up just like this, and then I'm waiting for the, you know, for somebody to pick up on the phone. So I'm like, yeah, girl, and you know what I'm saying, when she was talking about that, I was like, oh, hi, my name is Temaryia, and I'm calling in regards to so-and-so and so-and-so. I have a critical lab result to report to you, and I just wanted to, you know, boom, 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 S-bar, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see how that work. Y'all see how that work. So be prepared for that. And I don't think it get tiring, because it's just going to be it's going to be something that's going to happen subconsciously. It's not going to be something that you're going to have to do consciously, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's really going to just happen. You're not even going to realize you talking like that. Like, why am I talking like that? But you know why you talking like that. And so, yeah, so back to like the very few nurses. There's going to be very few nurses on that unit that look like you and act like you. And then sometimes if you see a black nurse, you know what I'm saying, you probably be thinking like, oh, hey, girl. And she like, I thought we was on the same team. Like, but okay, girl. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, be prepared for that. It's not going to be, you know, I don't know. It don't be a lot of black nurses that you can kind of like, you know, just relate to and just work with, and y'all just have similar experience and bounce that off of each other like a sisterhood. That's not going to be there. You're just going to be code switching 24/7. Like, that's it. That's it. And then for number three, I feel like my number 3 and my number 4 go together. So my number 3 was like, there's always going to be somebody waiting to critique you, or somebody waiting to kind of pounce on the mistake that you made. And then I kind of said like there's going to be other nurses, other workers around you, kind of like just really much waiting on your downfall, if not trying to initiate it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into that. So there's always going to be somebody waiting for you to make a mistake, basically. So, because I don't know, like, I don't even know, but yes, it's always going to be someone waiting for you to make a mistake, or waiting for you to slip up so they can come in, correct you, or come in and like take advantage of that situation to make themselves look good, or etc., etc. And like I said, I would say it pertains to race, yes, but like I just said too, nursing is just cutthroat. So people just gonna always try to make themselves look good if they don't come together as a team. And teamwork in nursing is kind of rare. Like, you gotta really luck up on a good spot. You know what I'm saying? Not rare for me though, but we're not gonna get into that. Because I be doing teamwork. Like, you need help, girl, let's do this together. Even with my CNAs, I don't even play like that. Like, you need help with a transfer? Oh, okay, you got so-and-so on the toilet. Okay, you finna go do them, I'm finna go get her off the toilet. Like, I don't even play like that, because I used to be a CNA too. So, but that's a different story. Yeah, but there's always going to be somebody ready for you to slip up so they can just take that and run with it. So that's kind of go back to my first point of you always being on your P's and Q's. And we as humans, yes, we allowed to make mistakes. Why is everybody calling my phone right now? I'm trying to tap me. We as humans, yes, we're allowed to make mistakes, but not in nursing. You're not a human in nursing. Like, you're a robot. You know what I'm saying? Between your workload and just everything that you got to deal with, you become a robot. I be still having feelings and stuff, and still I can still provide interpersonal care, but you know what I'm saying, when it comes to making mistakes, it's a very, very wiggle room, and and even more less and even less wiggle room when you black, and that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell me otherwise because I live it. I'm there. I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. So, yeah. Let me see if I got an example. Y'all got so much. Do I got an example? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I can't really think of an example off the top of my head. But yes, there's always going to be somebody in the background just watching you, just waiting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, back up. Worry about yourself. Do what you got to do. You too busy worry about what I got going on. Worry about what you got going on. That be my motto for everything. Don't worry about what I got going on. Don't worry about what I got going over here. Worry about yourself. So, yes, there's always going to be somebody ready for you to just slip up. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, if not even, they already praying on that downfall, like already trying to initiate it. Like, I done had multiple occasions where I've had people try to initiate drama or like try to just spark up something out of nowhere for no reason. Yo, let me let y'all on a little secret because we really finna get into it. Number one, we're black, working in a predominantly white career, profession. And we trying to change that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the truth. That's just what it is right now. That's all it is. So, we black. I'm young. I was the young, and I'm not even trying to brag, but I was the youngest nurse in my building, and still am. I'm still the youngest nurse in my building. So you got people, and I'm not age shaming. I have people, older people that I'm friends with, you know what I'm saying, co-workers that I'm friends with, because they cool. But you're going to have definitely older, bitter people. I'm excluding them from the ones that's not, because it's going to be some that's not. It's going to be some. I have some people in healthcare that treat me like I'm their daughter. They treat me like, you know what I'm saying, like, it be cool. You know what I'm saying, I get fed. I love the people that I work with. Some of the people that I work with, it's a handful of people at my job that I love to work with. Like, if I could just be on the shift with them, I would do a double if it was just me and them. But you're gonna have, especially if you just young and just doing it. Like, if you just young and doing it, you know what I'm saying, and people see that, they just see your glow. You just good at what you do. You a good nurse. You a good whatever you are. CNA, even CNA, it's gonna be older people that's gonna be bitter because you at this age doing better, doing better than them, and they've been in the same position for 50 years. And that's just the reality. I don't know how other people's life is, and I'm not here to speak on anybody's life. I'm here to speak on me and my experience. I have older people. I walk into there, I got people talking about me my third week. You know what I'm saying? People talking about me my third week, and you can't even pronounce my name right. Say my name. Better yet, spell it. Say my name and then spell it. How about that? But you want to sit up here and talk about me, girl, you 50 years old. And then they be supervisors and managers. Like, ain't you supposed to be above that? Ain't you supposed to be, like, above that? You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be professional. Why are you talking about an 18-year-old and you can't even pronounce her name? Like, what's the reasoning behind that? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by people trying to initiate your downfall, because, okay, she 50 years old, she a supervisor. Okay, she kind of gossiping about me, but who she gossiping to? The director of nursing, assistant director of nursing, other supervisors. So it's like, now everybody kind of looking at me different because, okay, you got seniority, you've been here 50 years, and you talking about me. I've been here a couple of weeks, but it's still like, y'all not really doing nothing. Y'all really think y'all doing something, you not. You know what I'm saying, kind of thing. So, and I got a lot of personality in this video because I need y'all to feel, you know what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. I'm never finna cry at work, and I'm never finna pop off at work either. And that's just that. Keep it real cute, keep it real classy. They be waiting for a reaction. And that's what I mean by they be picking at you, trying to, you know what I'm saying? They be picking. So, yeah, don't give them no reaction. Keep it cute, keep it classy, keep it real professional, and keep it pushing. Period. Alright. And then kind of for my last point, which is basically all the same points, kind of, which kind of sums up all the points, is basically when I go to work, I be having to like come to work with my guard up. Like I be having to come to work standing on business, straight business. Like I'm finna come in here, I'm finna do what I gotta do. Nobody talk to me. If y'all, you know what I'm saying, if y'all talk to me, y'all, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be real professional about it. You gotta go about it in a professional way, but you can't let them get over on you either. So, and there's ways to tell somebody they got you messed up without being like, you got me effed up. You know what I'm saying? It's ways to go about that. So every time I come to work, man, it's just I always have my guard up. I just always be standing on business, and it's kind of irritating because I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person, you know what I'm saying, like I like to go to work, I like to have fun, I like to laugh with my coworkers, joke around. You know, you look at the clock like, dang, it's 11 o'clock already, you know, kind of thing. And that's kind of what I do for the most part. That's kind of how I am, and that's, I feel like that's another reason why the CNAs like me. I'm not one of them stuck up nurses and everything got to be perfect, everything got to be just speak a span. No, y'all human too. We all human, and honestly, it's the places that got us messed up with these workloads and, you know, short staffing and stuff. But all you can do is make the best of it because everybody came to work at the end of the day. So I'm that type of person when I come to work. Now, I don't like to come to work me mugging people, you know what I'm saying, just off, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not that type of person, and I wouldn't say I come to work like that, but I kind of have my guard up. I kind of have my guard up at work, besides the people that I'm cool with. So if somebody kind of approach me off, or even if it's somebody that just kind of I had a bad experience with because why y'all speaking on me, I just be, that wall be up. Like that wall be up. Like that's kind of like, you know, that, you know, I don't know, like that's kind of, I wouldn't say cool, but that's just, didn't get on my bad side. I'm not trying to do nothing, you know, be against me. I'm gonna be a little bit more friendly. I'm gonna be a little bit more open. I'm gonna be a little bit more geek, you know, a little bit more jolly. I'm gonna show my personality a little bit. But when I come into contact with people that's trying to play me, or people that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, play with me, or people that's just too old, like y'all just too grown. We supposed to be professional. We supposed to be taking care of these people, and y'all too busy worried about what I got going on. When I come into contact with those people, that's when it just be like, I go from this to this, and I can't even keep a straight face. Like that just shows my personality. Like, but when I be around them, oh, my face be straight. I tell you that. And you always got to be standing on business, because even when it comes to people, picking on you, like I'm gonna take the supervisor for an example. Just because you've been a supervisor here for 55 years and you tell somebody like, I go to HR or so and so and tell them kind of about the situation, they'll be like, oh, that's how they are. For a few of my situations, that's been their response from higher ups people. That's just how they are. That's kind of what they do. Take it with a grain of salt. I ain't taking nothing with a grain of nothing. Forget that and forget y'all too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be taking no disrespect because that's how they are. Forget that. Forget that. I'm not, what? Y'all sound dumb. Y'all sound dumb. Y'all don't sound crazy. Y'all sound dumb. Because that's what she been doing for 55 years. It's okay? No. When I walk in the building, that's when all this gotta stop. That's when all this gotta stop. Because we can take it there. We can take it all the way there. All the way there. Professionally though, because I'm not finna spaz. I'm not finna snap. We're not finna be fighting. I'm not finna do none of that. I'm gonna handle it very professionally, but it's finna stop here. Just because she been doing it for 50 years, oh, that's because she been doing this for 7 years, it's okay for her to try to bully somebody? Like, no, you're geeking. Y'all geeking. Like, that don't even make any sense. Like, y'all just sound dumb. It's not even stupid. It's dumb. That's dumb. 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 So that's what I mean by standing on business. Because just because you've been doing this and this been your playground for however long you been here, don't play around me. Go over there. Go to that playground and play. Don't play with me because I'm not the one to play with. Don't play with the new kid on the block. You know, everybody always try to play with the new kid on the block. Don't play with me. Because what I'm finna do is I'm finna take it You take it there, I'm taking further, but I'm gonna do it real professional in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go up the ladder. Eventually, just don't. Like, just let's not even go there. You know what I'm saying? And that be the thing, standing on business. Like, no. Like, y'all come in here, we finna owe each other. Everybody finna go around with the same respect. We finna be grown. We finna be professional. How is a 19-year-old growner than y'all and y'all 50 years old? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How am I more professional? I can keep my composure and I can go about things professionally, but y'all up here gossiping and yelling like y'all high schoolers. Like, I'm the high schooler. Well, I was the high schooler, but I'm just saying, like, that is so weird. And yeah, but just because that's what y'all been doing, y'all not finna do that with me. So either y'all can do that, y'all could do that around me, but don't come to me with that, because that's when it's finna get stopped. I don't care how long you've been doing it. You could be doing it your whole life. Don't play with me. And that's what I mean by standing on business. That's what I mean. And like I said, it's very professional ways to go about getting people to stop playing with you. But yeah, so, but don't get me wrong, I love working in the medical field. I love working in medical. I love helping my patients. I just love what I do. I love learning new things. I love my job. It's just be the environment. That's really the only con. Like, I won't say the only. Nah, it's the only con. I work on my schedule. I work when I want to work. The only con is the environment and some of the higher ups. Some of the higher ups is worse than us. Like, you know, not us, but like y'all supposed to be the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? So for y'all to be stupid down to this level, why are you the higher up? You're not higher up than nobody. Like, you're not doing nothing to prove that you're supposed to be the higher up. But yeah, like I said, I do love working in the health field. I love helping my people, and if you focus on what you came me here to do, which is help your patients, you know what I'm saying, help them get better, you know what I'm saying, helping them rehab, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? If you focus on the good, it does outweigh the bad and the money. I'm not even gonna sit up here in front. I'm not even gonna lie, but my passion do outweigh, you know what I'm saying, the financial benefits of healthcare. But yeah, that's kind of you know, that's kind of the gist of working in healthcare as a black woman. I don't even know how it is to be a black man, so I'm not even gonna speak on it, but that's how it is working in healthcare. At least from my experience. Some people might have different experiences, but I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's my experience, and maybe it's universal, so that's kind of why I'm making this video. But if you are a black woman that's going into healthcare or trying to go into healthcare, etc., etc., do not let this video discourage you. This video is to prepare you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, don't go walking in there mean mugging people. Don't do that. But you'll kind of understand where I'm coming from as you watch this, as you work and get there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I love it. I love working in healthcare. I just love what I do. I love learning, and, you know, I just love helping out my patients. But it just be the environment. That's it. That's it. That's the environment. And I kind of feel like that's kind of everywhere you go, unless you working from home. So, and that's the reality behind it. That's the truth of it all. So, like I said, if y'all trying to go into healthcare, I, you know, think you should move forward. Do not let this video discourage you by any means. Y'all go do it. Do it. Go do it. You know, especially if that's your passion, do it. But I'm just letting you know about some of the things that I've come in contact with, especially being young too. On top of that, like, people, they just hate it. Like, they just hate it. You know what I'm saying? They hate it. That's the only thing I can say. They hate it. And some people love it. You're going to have your select few. I do have my select few that I ride with, and they know who they is. But yeah, for the most part, they go hate it. And that's just the reality of it. But it's a very rewarding career in more ways than one. But it can also have its cons. It can also be stressful, and that's not even just related to race. That's for that's for anything. But that's my experience working black in the healthcare, and I just want to share that with you guys. But that's the end of this video, and thank you guys for tuning in as always. Thank you guys for watching.